Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to some more Victoria 3. I could not wait. We are ready. We are ready. Hello, hello, hello. Let's make sure everything's working. Hello, me. Let's make sure everything's working. Hello, me. All right, right back at you, buddy. Hey, Inyori. Hey, hello. Thank you for the subscription. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Very, very cool. I appreciate it so much. Welcome in. Always good to have you. Welcome back. Where are we here? Hey, LaPlace. Hello. Good evening. Good evening, Ham. Yeah, I love the emoji. Very nice. Very nice. Welcome in. How you doing? We are back, everybody. We are back. I feel it always seems so long between the Victoria 3 session, the last one we do the previous week, to this one. So I'm always like, all right, where are we here? You know what's interesting is I was checking this before. If you look at where our last episode ended to now, whatever the hotfixes were massively changed our budget. It brought our GDP down slightly, but it did improve our budget, which is nice. So hey, we got a little bit of a benefit there. Hey, Sharky boy, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, my friend. How are you? Hope all is well. Oh my god, I need a drink of water here. Okay. So, let's recap here. What are we doing? We have various achievements we are going for. Of course, we still want the Serbia specific one. As Serbia owns Saxony, we will try for that. Of course, we also are going for, as a member of the Balkan League, complete the Spoils of War journal entry. And then, if we can get this, we'll go for forming Yugoslavia. But we do need to be Serbia when we get Saxony. But the goal for today, maybe in this episode, but hopefully by the end of the one we do tonight, is to break free from the British. We are a British subject, unfortunately. But, you know, we have the French on our side, and we have the Spanish on our side. Unfortunately, though, it seems like in every game we do, when we're depending on the French, they have, like, no military. In every other stream we do, the French are, like, massively strong militarily. But whenever we seem to have them as an ally, they're not so great. So we'll look for maybe the North Germans or the Russians to get on our side. We are improving relations with them at the moment. It would be nice if we could improve relations with the North Germans here. Yeah, the Matrix doesn't want you to have fun. Seriously, life is just a simulation, and it is working against me in every aspect of my life, including Victoria 3. So we could use some more influence. I don't suppose there's anybody that we could start a rivalry with. Nope. Oh, well, they're probably... yeah, they're, like, a bigger power. Alright, so let's take a look here. What's going on in Nice? Italy area, small province. Oh, yeah. What is this? They're their own country. Occitania. Wow. And they are in the Italian power... Italy has its own power block, huh? Very interesting. And they have a military treaty. Yeah, I know, right, bro? What? What? I know. A lot's been going on with France here. Look, we said this in the last episode. The Netherlands took Normandy and Picardy. Like, I don't know what's going on with France. That's so cursed. Why? Yeah, I know. Seriously. Seriously. Wait, is there... Oh, no, that's a lake. It's like, is there something between Switzerland and Sardinia Piedmont here? There is. It's called a lake. Okay. Yeah, so France supporting our independence is, you know... But we also have Spain, so we have the both of them. Although Spain doesn't even rank on the military map there. They're 12th, but you know, we are 28th, so nothing to shake our fist at here. But maybe we can get the Russians. We won't be able to get the United States because they're allied with Great Britain. Yeah, France being France. Exactly. But we also want to make sure that our economy, in the meantime, will be able to handle breaking free, especially... Wait, what's going on with this? We have some electricity pot needs. Yeah, we don't we don't even have electrical generation yet. Nothing fun for Great Britain, is there? Yeah, foreign policy after 100 years war. Yeah, right? Well, you know, speaking of which, when we go for independence, we're going to try to break Croatia free as well. Part of the problem here is that Great Britain can march troops through Croatia. That's how they subjugated us, because they had already had Croatia. So it's not about just stopping naval invasions. Sharky boy. Being a subject's not so bad, as long as you protectorate and still have political autonomy. Same market, protected from Rev's aggression, market migration, other reasons probably. Yeah, it's true. I mean, we have been benefiting from being in the British market. The problem is we cannot create the Balkan League until we are independent, unfortunately. Although I guess our cultural fervor, too, isn't high enough. But eventually we need to be independent in order to get the Balkan League. I suppose, you know, we could use the British to try at first to try to get Saxony to get our achievement. Because if we start wars, they'll come to our aid. Yeah, so we are a protectorate right now. But let's make sure, because also, whatever the update was, knocked out everything on our construction queue. So we gotta repopulate that. So we have our own munitions. This is good. In fact, we're exporting quite a bit of it. So we need to make sure we have, like, munitions, guns... We have groceries, which is great. All of the mobilization options and stuff. So we've got some guns. What about artillery? We've got some artillery. Most of our barracks are here. Now, probably something we're going to need is grain. Yeah. I actually think we're going to build up a little bit of grain. Because we've got none anywhere. And we have no workforce. But we've got a lot here in Serb, Montenegro. So we'll probably start building some farms here. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, so first thing we're going to do... build up some farms over there. Now we also need to start saving some labor, and so we need to start utilizing our railway PMs. Oh, it looks like we are already here. So how is the cost of this? Okay. So we can use 2 more here. How about over here? Are we saving labor? We are not. Okay, so next... we could use some more here. And same thing here. But we're going to have to add in some motor industries. And so we have the steel industry here. Though I guess it also would be better to build some here. We have coal. But after we build up the railway in western Serbia and save some labor there, then maybe we can expand this industry one more time. Now the other thing is, so we're doing enlistment offices. Yeah, electric telegraph, military statistics. So I actually want to do rotary valve engine first so we can save on some labor. Then we're going to go down to military statistics because that'll give us more advanced training methods. That would probably be good to do, but yeah, repeaters. All right, so we're doing that. All right, and that's good for now. Now, as you can see too, we could use some more innovation, and this will also help us to raise the fervor of the Serbian culture. Let's refresh on what we're doing with this again. While Serbia has taken its first steps toward nationhood, it remains a land of peasants. Much of our populace continues to view the world through the lens of village and clan, rather than that of national brotherhood. We must foster cultural fervor amongst our populace and construct a unified nation from the Serbian people. The fervor of the Serbian culture is affected by the following conditions. Yeah, average literacy, we need to bring that up. And if we complete this, yeah, we'll get some loyalists, or... Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, we're excellent. We're getting property to women, which will give us some more workforce. But I think we also need to change... What do we need for mass conscription? Ah, yes, there we go. And that's why I'm doing enlistment offices. So when we're done with enlistment offices, we're going to change to mass conscription because we'll get some extra conscripts out of it. Yeah, that's true. We get plus 5% conscription rate here. But our barracks max level is 5. See, the benefit of going to national militia is that we're out of workforce, so we can free up a lot of people from our barracks and have them go start working in our factories, but be able to call them all back with this extra conscripts here. But this means, given our barracks, our conscripts max will be 78, and then we can only do 5 barracks in each state. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So even if we did max barracks in all our states, the biggest army we could raise is 108 with all our conscripts, which isn't enough. Although right now, you know, it isn't great. So I think we'll wait though for mass conscription, because then we don't need to lower our standing army, but we will get about 30 more conscripts. We have National Guard. It would be nice if we can bring that up a little bit. So we need 48 more bureaucracy for that. How are we doing? Why are we so far out here? Jeez. Jeez. I don't know what just happened with our budget while we're paused, but, you know, it is what it is. There we go. Excellent. And so now we still can't do it. Oh. Our level of max too. All right. Well, wait, what is happening? Our health level, are we... Oh. Oh, we're at level 4. So, yeah, see, some stuff changed in the updates here. We're at level 4, but our max level is level 3, so we're not going to touch that. That's very strange. That is very strange indeed. Okay. So I think we're ready for the first unpause of the session here. Apologies on a lot of setup there. Okay, but let's go. Oh, health system. Okay, so yeah, immediately we're down. I don't know what happened there. Our standard of living is actually decent here. Of course, our GDP is not, but we've been in the wars here for quite a bit. All right. So they finally are doing stuff here. Law debate success, very nice. This Serbia and Montenegro will complete once we're not a subject. Once we break free from the British, the rest of Montenegro is going to join us. Yeah, so they're building stuff. That's good. Oh, the metalworks. You are so close. If we could get those prestige tools. Ah, nice. Alright, so some extra artillery. Ooh, and vacuum packaging. So we can get even more groceries. We'll need oil, though. I don't think we have oil. Man, okay. What are our construction sectors looking like? Western Serbia. Alright, we're okay there. Because the private queue's building stuff. Pump jacks. Oh, and enlistment offices. Well, that's good. We'll get extra. And we'll get pump jacks, which will be nice. Oh, you know... Oh, no, that's in coffee, cotton dye, opium tea, tobacco. Okay, so not the wheat farms, but that's fine. Hey, Jim, hello, hello. Albania has a decent amount of oil. Oh, you are absolutely right. So they're part of the Ottomans. They also have a lot of people there. You know, could we use the British to just take a lot of this? Just out of curiosity, what would happen if we went... Oh, look at that. They do not own... Well, they own the majority, but... 36% foreign-owned GDP. What is ours? 23%. Okay. Alright. So what happens... What would happen if we went after that? Where's Albania? Okay, so Great Britain would probably join us. And it doesn't seem like anybody else could go after us, huh? Kosovo. What is Albanian acceptance in our country? Not very good. So we would invite... where's our movements here? I thought we had a Turkish uprising here. Interesting, it's not showing on there. There's kind of a bit of a bug, I feel like, currently, where some of your political movements don't get listed, even though you have some. So we definitely have a Turkish movement that's not happy. Yeah, see, we're getting radicals from political movements with high movement activism. That's the Turkish uprising, but they're not listed here now. So how can we find them if not on the outliner? Very strange. Let's take a look at our Turkish pops. Turkish acceptance 0. You know, we might need to take a look at this. Alright, select the laborers. Can we find the movement listed here? Oh, did they get lumped into the nihilist movement? What about machinists? Ah, okay. So maybe that is what happened here. Although they don't have high activism. So this wouldn't make any sense. Standard of living below expected minimum. Well, that's not true. All right. And then we have some of these others here. Yeah, we're kind of... Okay, so we acquired a bunch of construction sectors here. In Serb Montenegro, we don't have infrastructure there for that. So, yeah, we're paying like $3 grand for that. Yeah, this place, no. We don't need it here. We will build one somewhere else. Bosnia... I don't think we want one in Bosnia. Although... Other than tools, it's okay. Okay. Oh, God, look at this. Yeah, we are getting a lot of regional HQs here, which is not great. So we need more tools here. But we want our company to build them. So they will eventually. Alright, but we did save ourselves quite a bit of money. What else are we... Oh, subsidies on a trade center. Why are we spending so much money on a trade center? Alright, you know, we can speed up here while we look at all this stuff. Ooh, yeah, no, let's trade all these British goods. Oof. Well, there you go. That's probably why they're not trading anything. We're hardly using any of it. Hey, Jacob. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Doing okay here. We're moving along. We're now focusing our efforts on preparing for an eventual second independence war in this run, this time against the British. Alright, well... Yeah, no. Okay, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Hey, Jabba. Hello, hello. What's up, what's up? How are you? How are you? Are you feeling better? I feel like, wasn't it last time you were under the weather, maybe? Am I... Who knows? Right? Am I right about that? If that's true, I hope you're feeling better. We don't eat beans on toast here in Serbia. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We do not. Hey, hey, Spudworth. Hello, hello. It's a wild ham cuts. I'll take ham juts. On Mondays, I am the elusive ham juts. How are you, my friend? How's it going? True. Oh, but now you're really sick. Oh, man. Apologies, my friend. Apologies. Sending you get well vibes. I went to work this weekend, and that was a mistake. Ah, man, yeah. Having to work while sick is not... It's not fun. Is not fun at all. Doing well. Finally submitting a support ticket to OBS. Had another crash last weekend. Oh, no. Oh, hello. Oh, Jabba, thank you for the subscribe. Oh. Oh, Inyori gifted a subscribe to Jabba. Hey, Inyori, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. And to Sneaky Spudworth. Oh, my lord. They're piling in here. My friend, thank you. I appreciate it. No more ads for you guys on Twitch. I wish YouTube let me add that in. Like if you're a member, you don't have to get the ads. But Twitch does that. Hey, Spudworth, thanks for using the like emoji thing I created. Always nice when someone utilizes that. Hey, John, welcome, welcome. Hello. By the way, you can unify with Montenegro with a journal entry. Yes, I know. We have it up here. So we just got to get independence from Great Britain, and they'll join us. So that is what our efforts are focused on right now. So we are building up some railroads because, for one, they will increase... bad example. They will increase the output, but also we need to start saving some labor. So we're doing that. We're making sure all of the industries that we'll need for an independence war once we break free of the British market will be okay, so that we don't reach default again during our independence war. I have a question. Why women okay? Wait, what's going on? Why women okay flaunting their body with bikini, but not okay with undergarments? The bikini doesn't exist before 1945. Just off topic game question. Wait, I don't think I understand your question. But not okay with undergarments. The bikini doesn't exist before 1945. Yeah, wait, I don't think I get your question. Not okay with undergarments? Did you pick anything up in the sale? No, I didn't. I didn't because I had two big purchases I made for pre-orders. I pre-ordered EU5. So I pre-ordered Europa Universalis 5 and Anno 117. And so I kind of spent my allotment for games on those two things before the sale happened. So there wasn't anything I really picked up. So I'm spent on games and I'm happy for it. Because I am very much looking forward to both of those. What about you? Did you get anything good? Anything of note to keep an eye on? Oh man, floods are the worst. Although I guess it could be worse than this. Alright, yes, excellent. Tools in Bulgaria is exactly what we need, right? Weren't we just... Oh no, not in Bulgaria. Where was that with the construction sector? Oh, Bosnia. Bosnia. We need tools in Bosnia private sector. Law advancement. My God, come on. 61% success, 0 stall. If you do not pass on November 15th, we're going to have words. Yeah, picked up. Oh, Schedule 1. Nice. Kenshi. Backyard Baseball 2001. Whoa. That is going back. Oh my God, I loved that game back in the day. I don't remember which year I had, but I do remember way back when playing the Backyard Baseball. I think I had Backyard Soccer too. And Transport Fever too. Okay, nice. Yeah, Schedule 1, I watched a a bunch of streams for that when it had first come out. It seems pretty cool. But haven't played it yet. Going to stream the purchase games next week. Oh, nice. I am definitely going to check out that Backyard Baseball one. Because I would love to see that again. Oh my God. Those games were so much fun. Yeah, I'm excited. Playing in honor of the MLB playoffs. Oh, yeah. Very, very nice. Yes. I have a double whammy when it comes to baseball. That one, you know, I'm not the biggest baseball fan. I don't mind it, but my wife is a fan, and so she made me a Mets fan. And so when it comes to playoffs, it's just kind of a sad time. The Anti-Ottoman Association has offered us an opportunity to establish an alliance with the French Republic. Yes. Their proposal, if accepted, is intended to counter Ottoman interests. So, okay, I wonder if we can just alter the treaty we already have. Instead of that, not so much. Oh, for some reason I didn't think we could have both of these. Yeah, so they're not big fans of the alliance at the moment. Our power projection. Okay. So I'll have to work on that. Got Tekken 8 for about $30. Oh, okay. Not bad, I guess. I don't know how much Tekken is going for these days, or what number we're up to. What number are we up to in Tekken at this point? Mets fans still dreaming, winning the World Series after decades losing and coping about it. Yeah, yeah. It's never good times. Although I have to say, I had a it was shortly after my wife and I met that one year the Mets got to the World Series, so I had a very bad gauge for what it is like to be a Mets fan at the beginning. Alright, so we would really like this company to get to their prosperity. So what is hurting them? Oh, yeah. The tooling in other countries. Ah, man, that kind of sucks. I hope your wife hasn't heard that yet. Yeah, nope. I won't tell her. I won't tell her, don't worry. And she's working today, so she's not watching this. Maybe the MLB script will favor them next year. Yeah, right? Yeah, isn't it all scripted anyway? Every sport at this point. Gonna turn the stream into conspiracy cuts. I was just talking about that last night with my wife in terms... Somebody we were watching was like, what's your favorite conspiracy theory? And I was like, depends on what conspiracy theory you're talking about, because some of them are like, can do some real damage, and some of them are fun. Like, for instance, the conspiracy theory, my favorite is that all birds are fake. They're all just drones the government put out there to spy on us. That's a fun one. Although I guess anything can be taken to an extreme of danger. Look at Belgrade. Alright, we are I promised myself after the last update I would zoom into the map more to look at things, because they talked a lot about the things they add to the map, and I don't look at it enough. So that's cool. All right. Conspiracy cuts. I sub twice for that. Yeah. There you go. Maybe I should start creating my own conspiracies. Victoria 3 is just a ploy by world governments to see what kind of world government we really want. There's my conspiracy. I mean, the way the Super Bowl started last year, I was worried about the NFL rigging it for the Chiefs. Yeah, right? A few Super Bowls have felt like that. That one where the Patriots came back on the Falcons. I mean, I don't know. I do not know. Alright, here we go. If we do not get property to women here, I'm calling conspiracy. Alright, no conspiracy, it looks like. So what do we got here? 14 to 24 weeks for enlistment offices. So can we change anything else in the meantime? Honestly, we need to change some stuff here. Cultural exclusion would be nice. Who would be pissed about it? Alright, so we'll get some agitation from the Serb supremacist movement and the Yugoslav national movement, but it won't put them too high. So let's go to cultural exclusion, because the Turkish pops are getting pissed, and we'd like that to stop. It's the Ep6 file. Yeah, so excited. It's already a week. The U.S. shutdown. Yeah, everything is shut down, and you know, maybe I heard this joke before, and I feel like it's kind of apropos. It's like maybe that's what our government needed. You needed to turn it off and turn it back on again because things weren't working well. Yeah, that was a brutal game to watch next to the Falcons fans. Next, oh, were you? Oh no. You were with Falcons fans for that one. That would have been rough. That would have been very rough. That was a tough one to watch. As a New Yorker, it's not fun to watch Boston win. Let alone Tom Brady. While you called rugby football, you carried the ball with hands, not foot. Wait, rugby football. Rugby you do carry with your hands. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, you carry the ball with your hand. But you can kick it in that game, too, I guess, right? I don't know. Ask the British about that one. They were calling everything football. But then watching the Eagles beat them the following year was wonderful. Yeah. Yeah, that one was tough for me. As a New Yorker. Are you rooting for Philadelphia or Boston? I was like, I don't know, man. And then on top of it, oh, well, no, not that year. I was going to say Saquon Barkley. That was last year, though. Hey, Maximilian. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, yeah, that's right, Spudsworth. Yeah, I forgot. Big Eagles fan. I know who you were rooting for. You're welcome for Saquon Barkley. I mean, that was... I'm a Giants fan, so... That was our own undoing, losing him. We just don't make good decisions there. Maximilian, how you doing, my friend? I hope all is well. Alright, so we finished the railroads here. So prices are a little bit better. How's the new Mafia game? Oh, did you get a new Mafia game, Maximilian? Packers above all. Yeah, that's right, I forgot. Maximilian is a fan of Giannis, so he's a fan of Milwaukee across the board. Or just Wisconsin, I guess. I'm just glad my team isn't currently the worst team in the NFL. Oh, okay. Who's your team then? I do not wish the pain of being a Giants fan on anyone. It is painful. It is painful. Although I will say this, of all the teams I support in my life, the only teams who have ever won anything are the two women's teams I support, Gotham FC and the New York Liberty. And of all the men's teams I root for, the only one who's ever won anything are the Giants. So of all the teams that cause me pain, the Giants are actually not very far up the list. That tells you something about the teams I support. Giant baseball, nope. Not the New York baseball Giants, the New York football Giants. Excellent. I believe it has the ability to be the best Mafia game in all the series, although it's still early to judge. Finished Chapter 3 or 4 so far. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that game. That's one of those games, you know, you see around a lot, but I've yet to play because it's just on the list. So once we finish a couple of these railroads, we can switch some of the PMs there. Although now, you know, that's... Oh, no, not here. We could utilize it here. Yeah, look at that. For only 2 transportation, we'll save 1,000 workers. I also don't really care if these vineyards are profitable. Ah, we got enlistment offices. Excellent. So, we'll try to go through cultural exclusion first, though. Oh, nice. We're kind of at equilibrium with the railway system here. No, sir. Wait. Oh, nice. Okay, we got an advancement here. No, sir, that does say a lot. Thankfully, I'm not a fan, but observing my brother be a fan of the team has been rough. Yeah, in recent years, we've made some very bad personnel choices, and it has really cost us. It has cost us, and it has been to the benefit of our most esteemed Mr. Sneaky Spudworth and his Eagles. With the exception of Vincent's 1911, Cobalt. Oh, with Mafia, yeah. Maybe Liberty efforts of Dev. Oh, yeah. Alright, so... Ah! Look at that. Alright, we reached prosperity. So we're getting plus 5% manufacturing industries throughput, which is excellent. We can now get prestige tools. Of course, we're not in the top 3 rankings of production, so... The British are top. But what is our production? Yeah, we're in their market, so of course... But you can see here, we're not even on this list. I guess we could add it up ourselves. Let's see what we're at. Let me bring out a calculator here. All right, let's go to those tooling workshops. So in Bosnia, we're making 92. All right. We got to get to 3,000 to just be on the list of the top 10. Oh boy. I have a feeling we're gonna be pretty far down there. Okay, there we go. 1.23k. Bulgaria's got 552. Okay. So 2,719. And so to get to the top 3, we'd have to get to 8,000. So See, the problem is, if we could just start exporting some of them, too, but... Although, look at that. We should be making a ton of them, though. They are pretty... They are a little expensive in the British market. By the way, the building you build in your subject, does it belong to you, the resources and the money? The resources go to the subject, because it's in their country. But depending on who owns it, the money goes to us. So if it's owned by a regional HQ, the money stays with them and we just get reinvestment. But in for this one, so in Mawa, the main HQ of Serb Metalworks owns it. And so this dividend of 37.6 pounds goes to us. So we get the money on this one. But they get the resources. Can you conquer Croatia now that you're both British subjects? I think so. I think we were looking at that at the end of the last episode of this. Or maybe not. I thought we were going to be able to. Wait, are we going to need a claim on it? I was thinking, though, because we're going to be fighting an independence war against Great Britain, I think I'm just going to add this in as a war goal on that war. Yeah, you need to lower your relations. Yeah, but instead of fighting... See, if we fight a war right now, we'll deplete some of these reserves. I want to get the reserves up, get our military industries up, so that we could really just fight the British. And we can just take this in that war as well. So I think I'll do that. Yeah, Wallachia, Austria. I know, right? This whole world here is a little cursed. Actually, let's look at the rest of the world. What's going on in the rest of the world? Oh my god, look at Peru. Uruguay is oh no, is a subject of of the US. Oh. Thank God Reverse Hamcuts isn't here to hurt his eyes on that one. Yeah, France is doing France things over there. Oh, liberal revolt, okay. Oh, look at France. Everything's looking pretty much the same over here. Oh, look at this! New Zealand! Very good, very good. The Maori kept New Zealand. And kicked the British out. Unless they are... Wow! Look at that! I have rarely seen that in the game. I just realized Austria is landlocked and Italy doesn't have Sardinia Piedmont. Oh, you are right. Austria is landlocked. Yeah, and Italy doesn't have Sardinia Piedmont. But Austria is landlocked. Do they... I mean, they must have transit rights with somebody. With Russia. Raw goods industries in western Serbia are reporting a small spike in goods production at our logging camps, which has led to an extra stockpile being available in the state. And there is now potential to reinvest it back into the state. Ooh, excellent, excellent. Chile stonks. Yeah. Yeah, Chile's doing the regular Chile thing. I feel like they always end up getting all of this. It's very rare in games. I feel like Argentina gets, like, current-day Argentina land. Look at Peru, as he doesn't realize Chile is, like, 4 times its size. No, but I'm saying you never usually see Peru dominate the, like, Peru-Bolivia thing over here. At least in most of the runs, I never see Peru get this big. So that's kind of surprising. Russia got owned by Russia. Yeah, in this one, Russia does own Korea. I do remember that part about it. Some shopkeepers have expressed opposition to the equal treatment of Bulgarian people under the cultural exclusion law, announcing that they will refuse them service. Let's not get the setback. Although we'll get less... Well, we can afford some rebels right now. Germany doesn't own Wittenberg, and Netherlands owns Normandy. Yeah, Netherlands owns Normandy and Picardy. Somehow. It's too bad this lobby opportunity. I would have liked to get that. You know, okay, power projection. Oh, okay. Let's try this. Let's bump up military here. Let's wait for the week update. Bump up our power projection. And now, maybe we'll have a little bit better of a shot. Alright, maybe not. Let's do a whole new treaty. Yeah, it didn't do much for us. I don't think we're going to be able to, like... Well, we have support independence, so... it's good enough. Oof. Would be nice to have more authority. I don't want to be losing money right now. We'll go high taxes. I want to get the reserves all as full as we can get, because an independence war against Great Britain is going to be costly. Ooh, hold on. What did I miss here? Picardy, yeah. And Scandinavia. Oh yeah, look at that. I forgot. And Scandinavia formed. Good job, Oscar Bernadotte. Go normal wages, not to lose your prestige. No, I want to get the money up, and then we'll lower the wages a little bit and work on the prestige. The prestige will fix itself quickly. The money will take some time. The Ottomans get their Tanzimat done. They must have, because I'm pretty sure in 1.10, if the Ottomans fail the Tanzimat, they kind of the whole empire splits up and they become Turkey. Although I think it's if they fail the Tanzimat, then another journal entry comes up, and if they fail that next journal entry, that's what happens. If you go briefly high wages, you can squeeze another tax. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, let's get some coffee. All right. I think I'll keep the wages there too, because that'll keep the intelligentsia and the petite. But yeah, we would like to make the petite bourgeoisie happy. In fact, we are going to go high wages because I do not want xenophobia. Yeah, radical. So look at that. I forgot. Plus 20% radicalism increase for level 1 status. That's the Turks right there. All right, we're at the hour mark. So we're going to take a very quick 90-second break so that we don't get hit by ads here. And then we'll be right back. So I'm going to get some water, go to the bathroom. 90 seconds. Be right back. All right, and we're back, I think I missed earlier in you told me your favorite team was the Bears. Yeah, that's true. You guys are actually not so bad this year. Congratulations. Not bad indeed. All right, let me catch up here on chat. I keep saying that for like 10 streams now. Go back on medium wages. No, I want to keep these wages high because I want to keep the petite bourgeoisie off of xenophobia. Because we're getting a lot of radicalism from our Turkish movement. And I don't want any revs to spring up right now. Why you must tax coffee, you should tax tea. How come? Why, what would be the difference right now? Never mind, good call. Oh, yeah, here. Oh, I see. Catching up. You want to placate the petite bourgeoisie to pass the law. Boo. I know, right? Damn petite bourgeoisie. Oh, hold on. Okay, let's pause again for a second here. We need more stuff. Do we have... Oh, yeah, hold on. Also, I would like to secure source of tobacco. Or mobilization options. But we will do that. When it comes to... yeah, guns and stuff. We'll do that. Because the British taxing the tea to... oh, despite the Brits. Yeah. We'll do, tax their tea and throw it in the river. Good idea. Coffee is good. Yeah, this is true. That's what I got right now. Alright. Oh yeah, let's figure out for the food industries here. So Serbia... oh, well yeah, I mean, the only... so... yeah, they'll have meat. They'll have meat. Does Bulgaria... have more fish or more meat? Alright, I think we'll keep it on what it is. An explicitly partisan newspaper founded by members of the Yugoslav national movement in Sofia has published its first issue. Between advertisements and political cartoons, it hosts a ruthless critique of government policy. Let's see. The Yugoslav movement. They're already at 25% activism. I would rather not increase them. Prominent members of the intelligentsia, outspoken supporters of cultural exclusion, and close allies of Miroslav Veric, Veric has been exposed in a corruption scandal, having exchanged political favors for personal gifts. Not a great one to get right now. So we're going to get the setback anyway. Yeah, I don't want to lose any bureaucracy here. So we'll just take this one and make this guy lose some popularity. What's the makeup of our legislative failures? Let me make sure I have everybody in that we need. Yeah, that's the best we're gonna do here. All right. Colonials are out of order to destroy the merchandise of the Honorable East Indies Trade Company. Pin it on the natives over the 3% tariff of tea, stamps, and paper. Oh, it was meant to be. It was meant to tea. It was meant to tea. After the Empire defended them and conquered land, they coveted for westwards expansion at the expense of the French and natives. Hilariously enough, Trump now is threatening 100% tariffs, and nobody throws any tea in Ann Arbor whatsoever. They just throw garbage in front of Trump Tower or Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, right? There should be some... We should throw his products in the harbor. All right. Let's start expanding the military. Oh, what is this? Too many. Oh, we can get shrapnel now. Let's upgrade it. Oh, yeah, we shouldn't have cavalry in this unit. So we'll move them over there. Oh, yeah, and there should be these guys over there. To upgrade them. Oops. So, too many. Okay, so I guess we just need to... Well, where do we have the artillery? Bosnia and Western Serbia. All right. So 7 and 6. 6 and 6 there. So let's actually, it kind of looks like these industries could use some help. Bosnia has some people, so... And where do we have the guns? Oh, and Bosnia. All right, so let's add 3 and 4. So we'll make that a 10 and 10 unit. Yeah, upgrade these guys. This is 6 and 6, so we'll do 4, 4. And then Serb Montenegro. I want to create our National Guard units that I have the three armies there. Talking about tariff, I find it ironic that the policy backfired so much. The so-called allies getting a bailout, now trade with China. I mean, I knew that's exactly what I thought would happen when he announced them. You announce something like that, all you're going to do is make everybody start making their own trade agreements without you. Who would have thought that other nations could trade other than the US? Yeah, exactly. That's what was so ridiculous about it. Like, yeah, they're just going to go trade with somebody else. Like, I know, shocking. I was floored. I was flabbergasted. Alright, so let's create our National Guard unit. For some defense, let's get ourselves a general. All right. So you will be a defense. And let's add you to Serb Montenegro. Start with 10. We don't want to go too crazy here because we still need to pay for all this stuff. Did you look up George Washington surrendered to the French on, July the 4th? No, I forgot to look that up. I can't remember which siege was it. Fort Dickensie, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, no, I forgot. I forgot to look that up. Thanks, Mr. Rump. Now my country finalized the trade with EU after decades of debate. Yeah. Yeah, I had written into the Discord there. I personally credit our channel for that EU-Indonesia trade deal. Trade, the EU, and Indonesia, that's the trifecta right here of us. Alright. You know, now that I think about it, we might need to increase our munitions. We're probably getting it from the British market right now. Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do that. What am I doing? So our munitions plants, yeah. So we're producing 95. So I'm trying to get ourselves situated for when we declare independence, we're going to get kicked out of the British market, and I don't want that as much of that market shock as you usually get. So these guys, we need 1 ammunition for each. We need 3 for each artillery. Let's start counting this up. So we're going to have 10, so that'll be 30. We're going to have 10 here, plus another 10. Plus another 10. Lancers don't need any. And then we're going to do 10 in the National Guard. So we're going to need, like, at least 60 munitions. And then when we activate conscripts, we'll have about 18. Because it'll be 3 each. 24. 28. At least 28. So we're going to need, like, at least 100 of them. Alright, so we'll build 1 more munitions plant. It's at this point that I wish we had one of the military companies. Hey, Jez, hello, hello. Found your channel a couple days ago and have to say that your videos are the best by far at explaining how the game works. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming in to say that. I always appreciate that. I'm glad that they're helpful, because boy, does this game need a helping hand sometimes. So, yeah, I appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by to watch the live stream. He does a good job, that I suppose. I have yet to judge him on his theater lectures. I was promised I will witness that this coming winter. I will be very strict on my judgment. Oh boy, I forgot. Yeah, do a theater lecture on here. I don't even know. I wonder what topic I would do. Hot take is much easier to pass multiculturalism than professional army in late game. Oh, is it really? I don't think I've ever tried passing professional army late game. I'll have to try that out, yeah, to see what that's about. Todd is up. Oh, okay. Have a good stream. Thanks, yeah. Appreciate you stopping by, hanging out. Go take care of the little one. I know how that is. Good luck. May the force be with you, my friend. and looking forward to the streams of the new games you got. I can pass the multiculturalism law with enough migration. Yeah. Oh yeah, Greek theater. Oh, that's right. Yeah, of course. I got to do Greek theater. We bloody originated the freaking thing. Yeah. Definitely got to do that. Wait, are you really going to do that? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. Who has the time? I come here to get away from my day job. Not to continue doing my day job. But maybe. I don't know. I'm not putting it off the table. We shall see. What was meant as a routine speech about the merits of cultural exclusion by Miroslav Veric has quickly devolved into a public relations disaster for the intelligentsia. Man, cultural exclusion, you are getting it. Ooh, I would like to take this, but I don't want to take 2 setbacks in the drafting phase. I might just take this one. Although, I don't actually mind if this fails. So we'll take it. The manufacture of steam engines has become a profitable industry in Western Serbia, thanks to our sound investment in locomotive technology. These engines are already being employed across new Serb railway lines. Alright. Oh yeah. We will take this. I did, and it takes me about 5 or 6 times, and I need to empower the fascists. Ooh, yikes. Felt, but it would be cool. Yeah, maybe, right? Maybe if I have another one of those like weeks, like there was that week right before National Awakening came out where we had finished a stream, so I didn't want to start a new series. Instead of doing one of the mod cuts runs, maybe I'll just do like a theater lecture. And lose all of the people watching me, except for a few, it seems. We built so many of them, you'll probably have a few Greek amphitheaters in Algeria, yeah. Although Algeria was hardly under Greek control, Sarassia in Libya was for centuries. Yeah, I've been to an amphitheater in Algeria. It was built by the Romans, because there are a bunch of like Roman ruins in Algeria. So we do have some old amphitheaters, but they were mainly from the Romans. Latins and Punic people were more influential in Algeria before the arrival of the Arabs. Yeah, I will watch. I will watch. Oh boy, now I gotta think about this. I regret doing that because nobody likes change from national militia to professional army. Yeah, that's true, right? Because I think the problem is, yeah, late game, yeah, from national militia, your officers have lost political power. And so they're pretty much the only ones that would want to move to that. That's probably the big stumbling block that you run into. I forgot about this. Look at that. Plus 100 8% training rate. I love that. That will be helpful. Disagreements between the trade unions and the industrialists are causing conflicts in government. Yeah, that tracks. Those two would argue it out, huh? So we can afford to lose 2. So I don't want to lose the authority. We'll do that. The recently translated works of Ahmad el-Habib have become popular with the nihilist movement. The relationship has developed into the point that Ahmad el-Habib openly endorsing the movement. Sure. We'll take the nihilist movement. Hot take, Romans are just Western Greeks. They did copy a lot of Greek culture in the ancient Roman culture. Especially if you look at the list of Roman gods sitting next to the Greek gods. The interest of the petite bourgeoisie in the lucrative trade with Russia has led them to align themselves with the Serb-Russian fellowship. Yes, let's do this. We would love to increase this fellowship, because I would like to get them on our side for independence. In fact, let's take a look at how that's going. Yeah, our relations haven't increased too much. They are domineering towards us. Yeah, we're starting off at -80, so that's not going to be possible right now. And because of that, I have to suppress the positivist movement. Oof. Yeah, that's tough. That would be tough to do that late game. Yeah, if you're coming from national militia, because that decreases the political strength of officers. If you were going from, like, mass conscription to professional army, it would be easier. Although I guess if you're late game, why not just go mass conscription? I mean, it's true you won't get the +100 weekly unit experience gain. But mass conscription, you kind of get the best of both worlds for professional army and national militia. You get 100, you get a max barracks level of +100, but you also get a lot of conscripts. I guess you do get the +5% morale loss instead of the -10% morale loss. But man, +100% training rate is superb. To Taxis Baxis. Which, by the way, doing revolution, if I want to change to elected bureaucrats and want autocracy. That's tough. They're the same gods with different names. Yes, I know. I actually tell my students that. It's literally word for word what I say. It's the same gods with different names. So maybe you will like my lecture. And I have this 4 group who's doing a revolution after I... Oh, yes, hold on. We'll come back to that in a second. Alright, so... Interesting. No, I do like this, because we're going to want the armed forces in here for when we pass national militia or mass conscription next. So we're booting the industrialists out, but for right now, I think that's okay. The Serb National Union, okay. Wait, oh no, Taxis, Baxis on the lecture. Kick out the bourgeoisie, liberal conservative coalition now. Liberal army coalition works out fine, yeah. And you're voting liberal on this run? Yeah. Yeah, the liberal army run. That's what we got. Alright. Yeah, how is the fervor? Ah, man. Okay. Yeah, we need to increase literacy in academics. To outside observers, the intelligentsia may appear firmly committed to the idea of cultural exclusion, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Now a clique of dissenters have finally had enough and have officially broken with their fellow members over the issue of reform. Yeah, I don't want to take those government expenses for this. I'd rather just do that. Alright. We can afford another construction sector. We'll do one. I don't want to go too crazy on it. Man, we're going to have to nationalize the British buildings too when we kick them out. Remember when I picked to support the National Petite Bourgeoisie Party in the Romanian run? And we kept winning election after election. Then I roleplayed disgruntled voter over their failure to enact compulsory education, switched to the trade union party and won a landslide despite coming from behind, and ham cuts taking all the decisions to hinder our growth. I love that you are an official member of the parties in the run. So let's see, what are you? Are you a member of the Liberal Party for this run? Is that it? Maybe we'll get the armed forces to join it. We do have an intelligentsia leader, so that definitely does help. Yep, that's it. Okay. Okay, you got your party card in. Oh, let's get the construction sector up top. So the question is, ooh, what's going on here? You know, I haven't taken a look at interests. Yeah, that was a bad move. I've been slacking on that. We want an interest in North Germany because we'd like to get them on our side. Too bad. It would have been nice to maybe join in one of these wars. Ah, man. Okay. That was an error there. Okay. So how are the armies looking? So we actually do have a decent looking army, just in terms of strength. Not necessarily numbers. Vicky needs to nerf the Anglo-Americans. This is getting ridiculous. The British Empire, despite its might, was never a powerful land force. They struggled to get more than 12 divisions to France in World War I. Yeah, I find that interesting, right? I feel like in previous patches, yeah, Great Britain never had this many battalions. It was always massive flotillas. That was kind of the trade-off. Massive flotillas, they would control the seas, but not a great number of battalions. But now, in recent patches, their military is just outrageous because they're already starting off with by far the biggest navy, yeah, by far here. But now that they have such a massive standing army, it's in like very recent patches, like I think it's like not 1.9, but some of the hot fixes. Oh, they're making us join a war. Claiming that the enactment of cultural exclusion would affect the country's Igbo inhabitants in a disproportionately negative way, Igbo firebrands have riled their communities against the current law proposal. I guess we could lose some bureaucracy from it. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. So we're in this war now. The Egyptian uprising. Well, I can tell you what we're not sending troops to. Let's see. Can we still get into that war with Russia? Nope. Needs for ammunition due to mass mobilization. So the Yanks went like, okay, we got a massive military-industrial complex now. Let's actually have a relatively decent army size, not to go to waste. Yeah. Yeah, and I find that the US and Great Britain now always ally with each other. Ah, man. Damn, we lost Spain. Oh, because we're on opposing sides of this war now. Man, Spain, don't you realize I was forced to do this against my will? Well, that's okay. Losing Spain as an ally, not so bad. What's crazy, too, is I find, too, the United States always has the largest military now. And historically, like, at this time period, we did not have a massive military at all. Like, in World War One, in terms of standing army, we had almost nothing. It was really just conscripts that filled out our army in World War One, and even then, our size of our military was not comparable to Great Britain or France. So it's interesting now in these patches, the United States is always like the #1 sized military. It's not very historically accurate for us. Wait, you missed a comment, or was it me? Oh. Did I? Needs for more ammunition. Oh, I did. Oh, sorry. Yeah. The Americans had a smaller army than Bulgaria. Oh, yeah. Yeah, what I just said. The Americans had a smaller army than Bulgaria until the World Wars, and until the Europeans decided to build a military-industrial complex in the US of A during the First World War to cope. Oh, with their needs for ammunition due to mass mobilization. Yeah, exactly. We did not have a large military. It wasn't until the Second World War that we finally had like a massive military. British shouldn't ally with anyone. The US shouldn't ally with anyone. France should only ally with Russia. Yeah. What about France has to be bugged? Yeah. I swear to God, like, and this is what happened in our previous run with Wallachia. We wanted to ally with France. We couldn't really, but they also had a very small military. But in recent patches, the French are like, well, but here's the thing too, is in the offline runs I do, like I've now done a run as Austria, and I'm doing one as Prussia. And in my offline runs, France is like a very powerful military. But only in my streams, when I need France as an ally, suddenly they're like the 9th ranked military in the world. Unbelievable. Hey, Super Frank. Hello, welcome in. Good to see you again. Great Britain going for East Andalusia again. They do this in every one of my saves. Yeah, right? Always. It's very interesting. Almost to the point where you're like, is this scripted? Okay, hold on. Let's figure out what we're building here. We still have a massive amount of people here, so... oh, you know, we can build up the Navy a little bit. No, let's fill out the rest of this. Let's put 10 more here. We'll do that, and then we'll build... We need more arms anyway, so now we'll put one here. And we'll switch this to hardwood production. Well, we'll switch it over. It's going to be some time before we get that. Oh, although... Yeah, okay, we need that here. And... let's build another. We can use the power projection there. The Doughboys. Hey, Joe! Hello, hello. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. We need scripted events, and we need great powers to change views on each other based on crisis. We need the Vicky 2 crisis system. I've heard a lot about the crisis system. It seems actually, yeah, very useful. I haven't played Vicky 2, but I've heard a lot about that crisis system. I heard it was a good system to kind of get some type of World War I event in the game, which kind of can't happen in this one because World War I comes so late in your run that the conditions of the world are so different. Goodness, the French AI is so consistently bad in my games. People say it's because the AI can't handle the journal entries, which I think were further tweaked for them this patch. Yeah, you know, now that I think about it, now is the time to finally do what I've wanted to do for a long time, an Algeria run. Now that the French military is always so weak. maybe that's in the cards. before the devs come and fix France up. That's what I'll do. France was the dominant European land power from 1648 to 1871. Yeah, I know. And that's always what it's been in the game. They've still been that dominant power. Just not now. Hey, Gruff. Hello, hello. I hear Franz Ferdinand's been talking to Matt shit. Maybe look into that. Yeah. Maybe check out what he's been up to lately. 1648 to Sedan 1871, basically, yeah. Also, if you play Spain and White Peace, the war, you still get East Andalusia. That stopped one of my Spain runs. Oh. Yeah, I've been wanting to do a Spain run, but they're coming out with a DLC for it next, so I've been holding off. Legislative failures. Alright, fine. So now we're going to move to mass conscription. What's that? What's that? Oh, yeah. Oh, that annoying sound is back. France, when you're the enemy. Yeah, also France, when you're their ally. Seriously, LeBlaze, that is how it works out every time now. It's so frustrating. Ooh, +1 for Vic 2 Crisis System. I missed that. Yeah, I want to try something like that out. Maybe I'll get Vicky 2 just to try that out. I would actually like to see what Vicky 2 is like, having never played it. Yeah, learned that the hard way, but I love replaying countries until I master them. Yeah, I agree. I love to replay countries because it's always a learning experience. And then by the time you get to the end of the run, you're like, ah, now that I know how this works, I can do it better. A couple of times, right? I used to play EU4 multiplayer with friends, 5+ games. One of these would play Ethiopia every single time, like an obsession. Yes, every single time. I sometimes wonder if people who watch my channel think that about me in Congo. Since I use Congo as an example a lot. My go-to small country is Congo, and my go-to big country is the United States. In Vicky 2, the private sector is basically useless. Oh, that's interesting. That would be a weird play a weird play in Victoria. I can't imagine that, because in this one, the private sector is so powerful. Or at least it can be. Vicky 2 is rough. Vanilla is so bad, most people install it and immediately download one or two of the mods. I don't know if I could go backwards graphically, too. I'm kind of a snob when it comes to stuff like that. I feel like the game intentionally makes every major power AI a close relation with the player. Got some weird debuff. Yeah, right? It must be something like that. It must be something like that. Because it does kind of feel like that. DLC for Vic 2 is non-negotiable as well, I imagine, yeah. Joe, why Congo? Oh, because I feel like Congo is one of the best nations to learn the game on. So when you start off, you're a single state. So, oh, nice. We are gonna do this in a moment. When you start off, you're a single state. So in learning the game, you don't have to deal with Mappy yet. And you start off with just a single millet farm. Nothing else is built. So you really can build your economy from the ground up. And so I feel like in terms of learning the game, you can really see how buildings interact with each other in that way. What's also nice is when you start the game, none of these people are here. You only have Portugal to your south, and they're friendly with you. And so you're kind of safe militarily. Nobody's coming for you at the beginning of the game. It's not until the mid-game, like now, that you start to get people coming around you, and the push for Africa begins. So I feel like it's a fun country to play. Oh, you also start off isolationist, which before 1.9 I always felt like was a bit of a benefit, because you don't have to deal with other people taking all your goods. Now with the idea of trade centers, it makes it a little more difficult. But I also kind of feel like learning the game, starting off as isolationist, and seeing how all your buildings interact with each other, building your own economy from the ground up. I think it's a good country to learn on, and it's also just a fun one to play because of that. So it's kind of my go-to. Like, France helped my DEI independence war, but Great Britain somehow got fielded 1,000 troops. Oh my god. 1,000 troops. That's insane for Great Britain. Like, truly insane for Great Britain in this game. He likes to build from scratch. I do. I do. That is my thing. I do love that. Oh. The rural folk argues that citizens with morale or the labor movement. The rural folk argues that citizens with morale or religious objections to violence should be exempt from mass conscription. Ooh, for 10 years, though. Negative 25% conscriptable battalions. That is not what we want. Honestly, I hate to do this, but I don't want to lose 25% of our conscriptable battalions for 10 years. I'd rather take the L on this this passage. We'll still have 1% success. Everyone must fight. That was a rough event right there, I have to say. A well-built Vicky 3 private sector basically allows you to just build power plants, government buildings, yep, and railways. I love this stage of a run. Yes, me too. That's essentially what you should be doing. Your government sector is just building government buildings and the gaps in your construction goods, and your private sector builds everything else. When you can get to that point. We'll have a third of France's army. Now imagine playing Congo, but you can't change the isolationist law at all for 50 years unless you do an exploit. Ooh, yeah, that would be tough. That would be tough. For 50 years, that would be a tough one. Because eventually, yeah, you do need to open your economy up. It's an exaggeration, but you understand my point. Yeah, basically. Like the system's scripted to work against the player. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have like a third of their army if they're your ally. That's what happened in our last stream, and that's what's happening now. In Vicky 2, I forgot to add. Oh, is that's like a Vicky 2. Oh my god. Unless you do an exploit. Okay. Man, okay, now I really do want to load up some Vicky 2 and try that out. Who cares? You'll get way more from the law than lose. Oh yeah, from that event. Well, I'm feeling lucky. We have a 1% chance, which means we still have a chance. And we don't have any setbacks. Like, if we get the setback, it'll just reset. So, if we were at a point where we had, like, 2 setbacks and that was the event, I might have just taken the hit to conscription. Do isolation laws affect your subject's trade, or you just trade with your subject? Isolationism wouldn't affect that, because if they're your subject or you're a subject to someone, you're still in their market. So you're not even really trading with your subject. They just, all of their goods automatically go into your market. So yeah, they could be isolationists, but they're still part of your market in that way. Oh yeah, hold on. So now we got... Which one was it that we got? Was it... No, we already had this. Oh yeah, it was pump jacks. So we can get automatic irrigation. Oh, that's right, though. Well, on the tobacco plantations, now that I think about it, it will be useful there. So when we go to war, we'll turn this on. Oh, it looks like it'll be profitable anyway. We definitely need more motors. All right, let's take a look here. Do we want automatic irrigation? Is it going to be profitable and everything? Let's see. Let's save labor all around. You sound like gotcha player that tried to gamble with 0.001 drop rate with the law and 2 setbacks. I mean, if you're the overlord, if you're the overlord, would the subject only trade with your market? Yeah. And they're not even really trading if you think about it. They're just in your market. But yeah, they wouldn't be trading with anybody, and so all of the goods would just be in your market. They although when you're on isolationism, you can still do government to government treaties. So you can sell goods in treaties to another government, but if you're the subject of someone, you can't do goods transfers. So like as Congo, when you start the game, you're isolationist, but you're independent. So you can do goods transfers and treaties. So you also do kind of have a way to trade. You just can't build trade centers. Alright, so... What's happening here? God, why, people? You're gonna do an invasion? Alright, what are they sending our way? Oh, no, they canceled it. Clearly, we're not getting involved in this war. Like, leave us alone. So I guess the question is now, At what point do we actually want to make the do the independence war? Great Britain is kind of tied up in a big war right now. So it might be a good time. Although I was hoping at some point to get Russia on our side, but that's not looking likely. Why don't you unite with Montenegro? Because we have to be independent in order to do it. Once we become independent, this journal entry will complete and they'll just merge with us. So, once again, the independence war is what will do that for us. Also, getting free from Great Britain, I think once we start the war with Great Britain, I think our fervor will go up over 75. And then if we win the war, it'll complete this. So both of these journal entries will pretty much be completed with this war. This feels like the house burning meme, Serbia. Like, it's fine. That's so true. Yep. This is fine. Oh, wait. Are they... Oh, damn. I thought this went away. Okay. We're not going to call the conscripts. But we will look at... In Western Serbia... Damn, we're going to need to bring an army up here. I thought the invasion went away. I couldn't see the icon because everything was in the way of it. Alright, what's going on in Western Serbia? So we have the groceries. We don't have the liquor. Or the sugar. But we do have it in our market. Yeah, we have sugar. And liquor. Okay. Oh, do we have opium? Yeah, we have plenty of opium. Okay. Do we have oil in the market? We do, so I guess we'll use that. Alright, so we're going to mobilize these guys. And, yeah, go to the Western Serbia front. Oh, we don't have a defensive commander here. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, minus 10% recovery rate. Don't like that. But I do like plus 10% home defense. We'll get this guy, because I'd actually like to put that guy in the National Guard. Okay. Yeah, damn, I know, right? Oh, good lord. My bad, no, it's not fine. You really asked, do you have opium? Yeah, you never know, right? You never know. France has no army. You'd think they'd have one. I wouldn't put it past this game to suddenly, now that Great Britain is our, or I was gonna say our ally, now that we're a subject of Great Britain, they suddenly have no opium. The Voice of Split, a popular newspaper read by the intelligentsia class across Serbia, has published an article by Sava Ujanic advocating for the enaction of mass conscription. You know, now that I think about it, maybe we should try to get Saxony and the achievement before we leave Great Britain. Because it would be nice to have Britain fighting with us when we try to do that. we always have that stuff in the hood. That's true. That will never change, no matter what debuff the game does. If you can make opium in your market, shouldn't it be free money? Limitless demand? Yeah, that's true. It would be, right? I think, though, it depends on... Like, for instance, let's say you're being New Granada. They have, yeah, they have opium here in Cundinamarca, but the problem you run into is population. You run out of population very quickly. So you do have the opium. The problem is having, the more you build up, the more people it takes. But yeah, it can kind of be free money. We shall find out, because I think our next run might be New Granada. I'm kind of thinking about that. Oh, you know what? We haven't saved in a while. Let's save. Wait, where's the save file? Yeah, I can't seem to find it. Cloud save's not available right now? Fine. Serbia stream. Of course, Colombia has it. Yeah, yeah, exactly, right? That's the nation you'll get it. Speaking of opium, the Mayan Margenta military and the provincial government now both sell opium. No, oh, really? Not just any opium, but pure white opium, and they add coffee and cocoa as flavor. Oh my lord. I guess that's what in Victoria 3 we call prestige opium. Alright. Hey, look at us up to 19th. So we could use more wood in western Serbia, as well as tools. Although we probably... Oh no, we're not maxed out on it. So let's build 2 there. So use more... Oh! Went to drafting. Excellent. Tools there. What's happening? Oh. Okay, good, yeah. Yeah, is that land invasion still happening? Nope. Alright, then honestly, we're just gonna demobilize our army. We are not fighting for you guys. Sorry. You don't need to pay very high wages anymore, by the way. Oh yeah, where are we? Ah, yeah, good catch, good catch. Alright. There's a documentary film I watched yesterday that explains how the Civil War just not making... How the Civil War is just now making Walter White business. Hey, Nicola, hello, hello. Hey, mister, do you maybe know how can I spark obsession with some nations? It's a hard thing to do. And mainly what you do is you just flood a country's market with a good. So, for instance, like, say we wanted to flood the Italian market with our tools. Well, I don't think you get obsessed with tools. But let's say we... Well, let's say we, as Colombia, wanted to create an obsession in the United States with opium. What we would do is do all the other things to get trade good, so get trade privileges, increase relations, all that stuff, and then maybe do like a treaty where we can get them to agree to just taking a massive amount of opium. And if you can flood the market with a very high amount of it, there's a chance that they'll get that obsession. But it's not so much of a thing that you can really um, dictate as much. It takes a while, and there's a lot of just under the hood RNG. But essentially, what you do is you just flood a country's market with your good, and it does need to be like a luxury good. And then there's a chance they might develop an obsession with it. Paradox should add more law events. It's always Group X suddenly in favor of Law Y wants favor Z. Yeah, that's true. They probably could add a little more than that, right? Next, children want child labor law in exchange repeal universal suffrage. Yeah, see, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool, something like that. Not just drug, but they actively make scam lonely people in dating apps. God, that is crazy stuff. I've spawned art obsessions almost every game. Oh, very nice. That's not a bad one to do. Yeah, it made it in order to sell all your art. All right, we have another. Oh, look at that. Okay, yeah, we have another land invasion going. But it looks like everybody else is taking care of it for us. Like flooding China with opium, yeah, exactly. Like the British do. That would be nice. I, for one, like to flood my own market with fine arts. Never can have enough of them. Also, also fine art is an easy way to pick up some prestige because you can become like the #1 producer of it. For a small amount of goods to produce. For example, Serbians should have obsessions with alcohol and prestige good named Rakaja. Oh, let's see what we do have. Yeah, we have no obsessions. Yeah, the Bosnians are taboos of liquor and wine. Yeah, none of the, like, Balkan... The Turks have coffee. Interesting. What about, Savosovic? Do we have any of them here? How do we have one fluvial Bantu pop? Oh, no, not one. That's their fervor. Yeah, how do we have this many? I guess because we're in the British market here. Organizers affiliated with the radical movement have embarked on a focused campaign to inspire support for universal suffrage in Bulgaria. Ah, we don't mind that. Ooh, I kind of went right over... Oh, we're about to get hit by an ad. So let's pause. I literally caught the ad seconds before it started, so we'll take a quick 90-second break. Be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back. Let's see, what did I miss? What did I miss? Ooh, I missed a lot, it looks like. Harry, hey, Harry, yes, yo, hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Italians should be obsessed with pizza then. So should Americans. At least the Americans in New York. Greeks have wine in the game. It tracks. My Italy run, I make all the fine art, but Great Britain and Austria didn't like that. Slovich is an Eastern European drink, not an ethnic group. Oh, there's an ethnic group that sounds similar to that. What was that? So I had them in my Austria run I was doing. What was I thinking of? I can't remember what it was. It wasn't Slovene. I don't know. There was some cultural group in my Austria run that made me think of that. Slaves from the Ottoman market. Oh, yeah, former slaves. Probably the fluvial Bantu. No, I think that would be more Great Britain, because I know the fluvial Bantu come from here. I think they're migrating over because I'm in the British Empire right now. And it's just specialized Rockies made from plum. So I'm currently trying to figure out migration, and I'm playing in debug mode. I'm Greece, and all my states have low migration. Now I took one part of Somaliland and have 120 migration attraction. But there's no migration. Well, what are your laws? Oh, change law to resettlement and migration controls. Migration controls, though, you still need a high acceptance in order to migrate. So it might be because of that. You also need, well, the arable land. Well, yeah, are you talking about migration or mass migration? Because migration will generally be internal migration unless you're somebody's subject. Check your soul laws, factors, arable land. There are migration incentives. Yeah, and now you only need 10 arable land in a state to get mass migration instead of 20. So that was a big change. Okay, so the attraction doesn't equal that migration is going to happen. No, it just gives it a chance. So like if we look here, migration attraction is high, but we're still losing oh yeah, look at this. So we're losing 516 pops to Slavonia. So the migration attraction is high, but that just means this is the chance that you'll get migration. Game definitely needs more country-specific flavor with some goods. Like Rakija should be a prestige good of a Serbian company or something. Yeah, that's true. I think the game sometimes relies a little bit on people modding the game for stuff like that. Because in the dev diaries, when they were introducing prestige goods, they kind of said, like, have at it. We'd love to see... I think they literally said, we'd love to see what prestige goods you come up with. University professor and map gamer. By the way, the U.S. is cooked. The U.S. has been cooked for a little bit now. Commit every forbidden thing in Quran, but refuse to eat pork. Basically, I want Greeks going to Somaliland. Arable land is above 10. Yeah, so arable land is above 10. You also have to look at, are people employed? Like, do you have, like, peasants insignificant, unemployment insignificant? Because if everybody is employed, in order for them to migrate, they need to be getting, there needs to be an offer of wages that are, or for any pop to move out of a job, there needs to be a job for them to move to that they're qualified for, and the offered wage is at least 10% higher than the wage they're currently getting. So if their quality of life is pretty good in a state, and they're employed, they're probably not going to leave that state or that job. No, I wasn't thinking of Slovenians. Because I remember there was a culture that I thought for a little bit was Slovenian. Then I realized it was different. It was something else. I wish I could find what it was. I hadn't heard of it before, but it wasn't Slovene. I don't know. I'll have to go back to my save game. Alright. We need to populate Slovakian. No, it wasn't Slovakian, because I know Slovakian. It was a culture I hadn't heard of before. What are we gonna add here? I mean, I would like to keep increasing the military. I should be, you know, honestly though, I should be increasing... Oh yeah, look, oh, we only have one arms industry here. Good lord, okay. Yeah, we are gonna need more than that. And one of those, and one more of those. And then... Oh, we're maxed out at construction in Western Serbia. We still got plenty of peasants here. Look at this, too. We're not getting any money from any of this stuff. That's troublesome. And then let's add... There we go. Alright, we're good. Oh boy. That is flying. Okay, that makes more sense. Gonna try to get standard of living up and move jobs in some Somaliland and see what happens. Thank you so much for love. Yeah, of course, no problem. Yeah, that should probably do it right there. That should probably help you with that. Goran Miloradovic, the leader of the armed forces, has given a rousing speech against the dangers of implementing mass conscription so rapidly. Damn, why would you do that to me, buddy? Why would you do that? 80% chance nothing happens, but we are going to lose 15% bureaucracy. All right, nice. Good. So we lost nothing. Okay. We are running out of Slav people. Are we? Wait, are we? Serbia should be the entire Balkan. It's all Serbia. Yeah. Maybe. Could use We might go after some more of these Ottoman states here. Alright, so we're done with the war. Oh, Germany is Germany now. Damn. I don't know about getting Saxony, though. Ah, yes, rotary valve engine. Here we go. We are going to employ this in so many places. Okay. Great Britain, what are you doing to me here? The Maltese uprising? No, thank you. Rotary valve engine. Yes, just do it. All right. Do we have anything on this side of it? Yeah, the rail transportation. We really need to double check on that stuff. Steamers. Do they have steamers in this market? They got a lot of them. Okay. We'll have to remember to get off of that, though, when we do independence. All right. We actually can afford more construction now. We don't have... So we have iron in Bosnia. So we'll start expanding construction here. So do another one here. What is it looking like? So we could use more tools. But we want the company to do that. So pretty much everything except wood. And, okay, and we're maxed out on wood here. Oh, but we do need more rail. Ooh, yeah, we need like 131 rail here. Okay. Sava Ajanic has embarked upon a week-long tour of the countryside to spread awareness of the need for mass conscription amongst the rural folk. Ah, nice. Excellent. Ooh, that'll almost get us to honest work. Hey, Mauricio. Hello, hello. More Serbia time. Oh, yeah, you know it. We are moving along. So we've got our reserves at a good, decent amount here. What's also good is that we have 19 million in the investment pool. And we own quite a few buildings, so we'll be able to sell quite a bit. That will help us when we go to war. When we jump into the wars. Alright, so let's start looking around for more allies here. %45 chance. Let's see if they'll just take it. Declined. Let's try it now. Alright, so they'll join in. I would love to get Germany on our side here. But they don't want to. How's their attitude still cautious with Great Britain? The Russians. What's Italy's military looking like? Ooh, law progressive voting. This is excellent. I mean, they're not bad. Yeah, but they don't want to go to war with Great Britain. Austria's military kind of sucks. What about Scandinavia? Oh, really? You know, I don't know why I didn't select 25 years for the previous one. Oh, yeah, well, hold on, because we're giving them investment rights. Yeah, oh, let's get Scandinavia in on this. Okay. So let's think about this here. We now have, supporting our independence, Spain, France, and Scandinavia. Hey, Dairuka, hello, welcome. How are you? No thinking allowed. All right, just going on instincts. I think we might be able to do this sooner rather than later. Maybe able to do it this episode. The goal here is to get independence from Great Britain and take Croatia from them. Now, let's double check. We still have all of the mobilization options. Yeah, we have plenty of groceries for the extra supplies. We don't really have sugar, so we might not be able to use that. Western Canadian. Oh, calling me a Quebec YouTuber hurts my soul. Western Canadian. Uh-oh. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, does any of our states have a decent supply of that stuff? They do not. Oh, Serb Montenegro, though, it needs... Alright, so where could we get some more? So we could always just... Okay, so we have a good amount here. We'll just have to subsidize this. So in terms of mobilization options, let's start fixing everything up. Because it's going to hurt our morale in some places. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Because we're not going to have opium once we break out of the British market. So we will do tobacco and liquor, because we have that. And sugar. Need a greener grass decree in Karadag. Oh. Karadag. Which one is... Wait, which one is Karadag? I don't think we have that. The dynamic names always makes me wonder where things are now. The change in large-scale production from smoothbore muskets to rifles in the arms industries in western Serbia has ushered in a new era of small arms production in Serbia. Oh, nice. And we can get that. So we're going to get 10 years of throughput on that stuff. Now might be the time. Serbia and Montenegro. Okay. Well, we already have a very high attraction. But yeah, we are losing some people there. You have some serious staffing issues there. Got to get some pops there to shore it up. In Serb Montenegro? We have peasants here. It's pretty much everywhere else, actually, that we're Oh, actually, we're starting to get some peasants everywhere. Yeah, we have the people here. We just don't have... Oh, well, yeah, let's not do that until we actually get those railroads built up. Qualified individuals tend to move. Yeah, this is true, right? Yeah, it was... Yeah. We had got some transportation issues. I'm building some railroads there, but it's kind of at the back burner. I forgot to turn that off. I think now is the time for the war. I think now is the time. Let's take a save. Just because, you know, it's always good to save your game. I'm not thinking of anything else other than saving my game. I think it's time. Let's get our conscripts situated. Oh wait, actually, no. Yeah. We're gonna actually, let's be prepared this time. Let's not have the revolution that happened at the beginning of the stream against the Ottomans, where we won independence, but it bankrupted us. So, what we're going to do is, when we get through this build queue, and get down to... The barracks will be quick. And we finish this, it'll be time. Once we get mass conscription, the training rate is going to get a plus 100% training rate. So all of these new barracks should hire up relatively quickly. And then I think we're going to go after the British and get independence. In Sava Ajonic's body of published works is a popular new book with a vision of what mass conscription might look like. Lawyers affiliated with the trade unions say the contents are legally sound. Yeah, let's keep the trade unions happy. Get plus 5% enactment chance. Oh, we get plus 10% here. We could actually use the additional authority, to be honest. But I'd rather get a full 10%. Let's do that. Yes, of course. Saving because of data security. Of course, of course. I had no other reasons in mind. Ham on his way to conscript thousands and thousands of Serbians for his geopolitical aims. That's right. That's right. I conscript you for us. It's for us. I really just want to get out of the British market here. We'll complete both of these journal entries once we become independent. I mean, we do need more cultural fervor for the Serbian culture, but once we go to war, I think we'll complete the final 13% here. What we really need to get our fervor up is more universities, to be honest. Well, and actually, once we become independent, we will get... Where is it? We'll get a percentage of this 15. I wonder how many, you know, how many Serbs live in our country now. So we have 2.12 million. Globally, there's 3,570,000. So we have 59% of the Serbian population. So we will get 8.9. We'll get 8.9 points of fervor. Yeah. So it's going down right now, though, but we'll be ever so closer to that 75 if we get independence. And you know, if we could increase our education. Yeah, we need to get something to increase the education institution. Many of our professional soldiers have brought up the concerns that mixing conscripts with the regular infantry during war will greatly affect the quality and competence of our troops. Yeah, I don't care, guys. I just want any warm body who can hold a gun on the line. That's what we're gonna need for this one. Yeah, so we could do this. Ooh. No, I'd rather take this one. Alright, look at that. I'm gonna sound like a general in Hearts of Iron 4. All I need is my pipe. Or my cigar. Get the boys on the line. Get them out of the mines. And put them on the front line. Get me more tobacco. Operation, oh no. Operation Meat Shields. Oh no, oh no. I mean, that's essentially what it is. Alright, we'll actually go to speed 4 here, since what we're trying to do is get through this build queue. There we go. That works better. Put the boys on the line. Every man to a foxhole. I'll use that Churchill line against them. We will fight the British on the beach. We will fight the British in the mountains. We will fight them on this little island right here. We'll fight them at the lighthouse. You need 10,000 killed in action to train a field marshal. Oh, look at you guys trying to improve relations. You know what's coming. Or is it a 4-star general? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know Hearts of Iron 4 well enough for that. Everyone shares a gun. Yeah. When your buddy falls, just pick up the rifle. Honestly, that might be our supplies. That might be what we do. Ah, yes. Mass conscription. Okay. Now let's get our conscripts right. So I would like to keep the artillery conscripts where there's artillery. So we have it in Bosnia, Western Serbia, and then Serb Montenegro. So yeah, Bulgaria doesn't have it, so we'll put more here. I want to get them to 20. And now Serb Montenegro. Oop. All right, so this will give us 2, 4, 6, so about 80. We'll promote you. Some of you might die, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. General Hamcuts. That is right. That is right. That is what I live by. It's a historical quote. I can't recall who said it. Oh, Haig, maybe. Oh, or one of his critics. Oh, you need 10,000 men come to train a... Oh my god. Oh my god. I honestly thought you were talking about like a mechanic in Hearts of Iron 4. We need another guy here. Yeah, this will be good. Home offense, home defense. That's exactly what we're going to need. I hate, though, losing recovery rate. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Offense in flat terrain, but we're not going to... Well, we do have... Yeah, we don't have a lot of flat terrain, actually. We're going to take it, though. All right, so let's see, Western Serbia. Oh, you know, though, I am going to need conscripts for that. So let's start with 10 and 10. And then the rest, yeah, we'll put right here. There we go. So 40. Oh, excellent. A defensive strategist for us to put here. Dragisa Vajovic. Something like that. All right. And then maybe we'll do some enlistment efforts when we get closer to the time. Yeah, right. Surveyor's still the best of that awful choice. Yeah, right. In the end, I'd rather take the offense, defense, especially for home, since we're going to be fighting at home. So, you know, it is what it is. Speaking of Meat Shield, I remember the British comedy about World War I trench, the one with Rowan Atkinson. Yeah, what was... I know what you're talking about, too. What was that? Oh, look at this. Our reserves are actually almost there. I want to get the reserves up so that we don't go into bankruptcy here. Let's get our power projection up for now, actually. This might help us to get the Germans to support our independence. Speaking of which, I wonder where they're at. The quote I wrote is from a Shrek movie. Also equally applicable to war. Damn, with this amount of units, Serbia might go bankrupt just fighting for a year. That's what happened when we fought the Ottomans at the beginning of the run. That's why I'm waiting a little bit here to get the rest of these industries up and running. Look at this. Yeah, we are. I forgot too. We're also going to be nationalizing some British buildings and getting rid of some regional HQs. Wasn't Jovovich the Resident Evil lady? Yeah. Oh yeah, Mila. Oh, Jogovic. That's right, Mila Jogovic. Yeah. Oh man, I wonder if she was Serbian, right? Maybe that's what she was. Mila. So Jogovic. So Vojovic. This is her like great uncle or something. I think the series called... Oh, Black Adder, yeah. The ending is very grim, with Captain Darling said 1914 to 1917. That's right. Now I remember. Yeah, now that you say the title. I wonder why Wittenberg is not part of Germany. Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff happening in this run here. So they aren't part of Germany. The Netherlands owns Normandy and Picardy. Tuscany was like, I don't know about this Italian thing. What else was there? I thought there was one other weird thing. Mexico's holding their own. Peru, basic. Oh my god. Okay, this I have never seen, I think. Amazonia got its independence and is now an independent country. I don't think I've really ever seen that. Uruguay is part of the, is a puppet of the United States. Like this is a wild timeline we're in here. Oh yeah, that's right. And New Zealand is an independent Maori nation. Yeah, Chile is popping off, right? This is what they do in this game. Paraguay's made no progress. Alright, where are we on our build queue here? Oh, the rat. Oh, you know, also we're not passing a law. Maori, that's right. Maori. The quote is, it takes 15,000 casualties to train a major general, and is attributed to, oh, Marshal Ferdinand Foch. Yeah, that guy. It is not from Black Adder, although that show was brilliant. Not May. Not May. It's gonna be May. Alright, well, first of all, okay, what are we gonna pass here? Alright, what should we do? What should we do? Honestly, it'd be nice if we could not have any migration controls. Actually, we might move to universal suffrage. Oh, wait. Yeah, that's right. We would like to get down to cultural exclusion. That's what we want to do. We'll join the Radical People's Party. The Orthodox Church now, huh? Well, okay, who would oppose this? The petite bourgeoisie. So we get up to 72. I would like to keep the industrialists happy in here. When is the next election? Oh, we're coming up on an election. Yeah, but we haven't... I want to get the law started. How many radicals will we take in this? 27,000? Yeah, we can take that. So we'll do this. And now, we will move for cultural exclusion. The eyes of the electorate have turned to the candidates that seek to acquire a position at the head of government. As the election approaches, voters debate who would provide the best leadership for Serbia. Oh, you know what we want. Mila. Oh, I thought that was going to be Mila Jogovic. No, yeah, we want to keep the intelligentsia in there for now. They're going to help us get census suffrage. So who's in the lead here? The Radical People's Party. Wouldn't be so bad. I wouldn't mind it. The Liberal Party, though, not looking good. Mao, whoa. Sorry, my Maori brethren, I tried. Women's suffrage, be a shining example. Actually, that would be very helpful for us. But we don't have feminism yet. But we could really use the plus 15% workforce ratio. We'll lose birth rate, but I'm usually willing to sacrifice birth rate for the workforce ratio, because I just feel like you end up getting more workers out of it. So we will go for that. Johann Waltz. I hear that song for far too much. Oh, what do we got here? While meeting to discuss ideas, Sava Ojanovic and Draza Stepanovic enjoyed a civil and enlightening conversation. Most expected a brawl. So this guy will get honorable. Let me remind myself what that does. Yeah. You know, we'll take that because, honestly, the Liberal Party isn't going to win this election, even with this 20% momentum. So we can get their guy honorable. You know what? No, I will stand with the Liberals to the end. We have His Majesty on our side. We will govern again. Yeah, that's right. I was wondering which one you were gonna, if you were gonna switch over to the Radical People's Party. But you are a man of conviction. The Liberal Party it is. They're probably getting kicked out of government in this after this election. The map, the music. Oh, yeah, what's playing right now? Oh, that's what you guys are talking about. I never know the names of any of these songs. I gotta start looking at them more. What kind of music was the punk rock of the 19th century, I wonder? I don't know. Alright, what are these guys building for us? I know the music by heart. Yeah, I recognize all the music. I recognize the music, but I rarely ever, like, pull up the music player to look at the names. That's also why I forget. Oh, you know what it was? Somebody last week was streaming Victoria 2, and so I was watching it, and I know that they have the Victoria 2 soundtrack in this. So watching Victoria 2 and hearing the same music, I was like, what? They have Victoria 3 music in Victoria 2? And then I remembered. Party-affiliated newspapers have been proliferating during this election season. Publications associated with the Free Trade Party have been particularly effective in spreading the party line. Okay, Free Trade Party. Wouldn't mind, actually, if they are higher as well. We're going to need more votes. It would be nice if we could at least keep the industrialists in there. This was an this was an entirely original score. Johann's Waltz was made for Vicky 2. Yeah, I don't need the music player. I use the song files when I add them to the video. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have the music in your videos. I forgot. So yeah, that's where you would see it. Very cool. Oh man, that's cool. You know, I didn't even think about it. Yeah, you can just go get the song files from the game files. Forgot about that. Also, you know, I forgot. Isn't there some flavor coming out with new music for the game? They're adding music to the game. Let me look at it. Let me look at this. I thought one of the things when you get the new pass. Now I got to look this up while we build in the build queue. Hamcut seems to be older than me. No way he doesn't know about Vicky 2. Oh, I know about Vicky 2. I hadn't played it. Lawmakers working towards the enactment of cultural exclusion have found themselves mirrored in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. Yeah, we'll take that one. I'm older than all y'all. I'm the Unk. Hope there's more new music. I love the music. I don't know. I don't know if it comes across, but my beard is going gray. Although I think it's only on one side of my face. Will you play Hungary after this playthrough? Now we're going to go out of this region. The last stream was Wallachia. Now we did Serbia. I'm thinking the next series, I want to go back to South America, because as much as I love South America, I've only done a Paraguay run. So I'm thinking we'll do New Granada and finish up any of the achievements that I hadn't gotten yet for that. And I think South America, I want to see what it's like with all the new cultural fervor mechanics, because they already had... Oh my god, look at how far up Chile went. Whoa. They already had mechanics in here about your culture changing and stuff like that. So I think a South America run next would be kind of interesting. That's still a Millie. Millie's old now, though. You mean Hungary. Come to Brazil. All my Brazil boys watch. Yeah. See, the problem is I like to try some of the smaller nations. And Brazil actually starts out pretty large as a major power. Although I forget where New Granada starts. Maybe they are a little too high. Here we go. Oh, I don't know if the Free Trade Party got enough votes. Well, we can keep... Okay, we might we might do this. Keeping the intelligentsia in will counteract the petite bourgeoisie not wanting this. So we'll do that. So what did that do? Oof. Yeah, it's not looking great, but we'll see. New Granada an easier start than Brazil. Yeah, Brazil is tough because Brazil got most of the content for Colossus of the South, so they have some complex journal entries in that one. Fast expansion as New Granada, plus you stay friendly with USA and aren't hampered by horrible journal entries. Yeah, and you got that opium. You got that opium in Cundinamarca as well, which I kind of wanna exploit, if I'm being honest. Content. Yep, otherwise known as nerfs. Well said, my friend. Well said. Yep. No, but I also like to add some type of achievement to it, and I never actually completed the what was it? The Grand Colombia one, where basically you take over everything other than Brazil. So we'll probably aim for that. Do the whole take over everything except Brazil. So that'll probably be the goal. What about fast CCP China run? Yeah. For someone who likes to play as small nations, Great Qing would be an interesting dynamic. Ooh, alright. We're starting to lose money now. Modern sewage. This is nice. Oh, we're actually at the end of the build queue. So we actually can start thinking about... We can start thinking about. Actually, I wonder if we can get military assistance from anybody. You guys like us. What could we do here? Because that would be very helpful. To be honest with you, I'll owe you an obligation for it. How about that? I honestly don't care if you'll give me military assistance. Oh wait, we have a treaty with them. Maybe we can add it. Oh yeah, and this one doesn't have... Ooh yeah, there we go. Excellent. And let's bind you to that for another, we'll say 10 years, because we're going to start this war within 10 years. Oh, military assistance. Please, please. Alright, excellent. What about... Oh, Germany, you finally took Wittenberg. Yeah, they're not going to do that. 15 years of that. Let's see. I think now is the time, my friends. I think now is the time. Let's take a save. We're doing it. Alright, we're just about at the hour mark. So I think what we'll do is we'll take our 90-second break now, and then when we come back, we start the diplomatic play and get this independence war going. Alright, so we're going to take a quick 90 seconds, go to the bathroom, get some water, and go to war with the British. Alright, and we're back, and we're back. Data security is important, this is right. I am passionate about data security. I love it. I think that's what I'm going to call it from now on. We're not taking a save, we're securing our data. Okay. Let's do this. I forgot they were increasing relations with us. Well. That is so... What? I forgot this whole time they were... They were increasing relations with us. Oh, yeah, here's what we'll do, yeah. There we go. Oh boy, look at that. France, Scandinavia, and Spain. I mean, you know, not a lot of... Scandinavia's got a good amount of boats. Lower with Croatia, too. Well, no, I'm gonna just make Croatia part of the diplomatic play. So my relations with them won't really matter, because I'm just gonna transfer them. Can you still have a sovereign power block if you change to Republic or Council Republic? No, you need to be a monarchy in order to have the sovereign power block. Alright, let's do it. Rookie mistake from Ham Cuts. What did I do? Lower... Oh, are you saying not lowering with Croatia was a rookie mistake? I can just transfer them. Not anymore. Right. Yeah, see, you can just transfer Croatia over. Doesn't matter what the relation is. Britain. Not anymore, Britain. I don't know what you're saying there. Alright, so we got... We don't have any more, do we? Oh, we do. So let's just add some here, because we're going to need them there. Let's make sure we have everything right here before we do it. Yeah. Alright, let's move everybody over to the front. Now, let's think about the other war goals we're adding. So if you get Sovereign Empire block, but change to Republic, the power block is over, right? I've never actually tried it, so I don't know what happens. Like, I think it might block you from changing off of a monarchy, actually. I think that's what might happen, but I don't know 100%. I've never tried it. So we are going to want to... Oh, we don't have the option to privatize their buildings, though. Oh, we get... I forgot, we get return state. We can do this for very low infamy. We've got 80. Or we could just liberate Croatia. But I wanna take them. Alright. Yeah, no, I'm not adding I'm not gonna add things we can't get. Like, I'm not adding money transfer or anything like that. The war goals we want are Croatia. I was hoping, though, to nationalize our buildings. Because now, to nationalize the building's war goal, you just have to hold your states. We don't have to go to them. Although, I do want to hold off to see if anybody joins on their side, we might get other people wanting to join us. So we're not going to add any more of our war goals until we get further along here. Oh, and let's... oh yeah, we're good here. Yeah, we're good. The game is lagging from everyone mobilizing their army. Oh, my game? Is it lagging? I didn't notice. What do we got going on here? You know, the one thing I do wish they would change in this game, or add something to, is when you are mobilizing conscripts, yeah, you get that, like, that penalty here because of how they mobilize. We should have gone for military statistics first. I would have really liked to have advanced tactics training for this. Although this very well might help us too, to be honest. Where's everybody else's stuff here? Oh, it kind of lagged a few seconds ago, yeah. Oh, yeah, where are we gonna move these guys? The Yugoslav national movement has begun a propaganda campaign painting North Italian people as criminals who will be allowed to run rampant under the new cultural exclusion law. Ooh, look at that. Plus 15%. We'll take the authority hit. I think we'll keep this guy. Yeah, we don't have any ships out there. We'll keep this guy over here for now. I'm not going to try to go blockade them, because we're not going to be able to do that to the British. USA. Ah, there we go. They joined. See, I was hoping when the US joined, it would make somebody else want to join in. Ending the stream with war. That's right. That's right. We're probably going to have to finish this war in tonight's episode. So we'll see. We are heavily outnumbered. Well, you know, okay, we can add the return states now. Yeah. The US is going against me. I'm actually kind of surprised I can't nationalize any of my buildings from them. Yeah, look, they own 13% of my GDP. That actually would be a very big thing to be able to do. They haven't moved it under anything else, have they? No, don't add nationalize, you'll lose the war. Why? Why would I lose the war for that war goal? Nationalizing means taking London. No, it doesn't. They changed that in a recent update. Now nationalizing your buildings, you have to hold your states for that war goal. How do you even win a war like such? Well, so for one, there's going to be multiple fronts here since we have France, Spain, and Scandinavia. the hopefully the goal here hopefully is they're going to commit troops elsewhere, and once we take, if we can take Slavonia and Croatia, we've pushed the British out of our land here, and then after that they have to naval invade, and that would be a much easier thing to defend. And there's no other war goals other than ours, so we'll start to lower their war score. So that is the plan here. So I'm hoping that we can, as quickly as we can, take this. Yeah, because look, so far they've committed few troops. So hopefully that stands. Can we play music on stream if you form Yugoslavia? I don't know. I'm worried about that because of copyright issues. You know, I never mentioned it on stream, but that first episode of when I did that stream of the Morgan wrote mod episode with Switzerland, my first episode got demonetized because all the music that they added in to the Morgan wrote mod was all copywritten, and so I had to spend a couple days using the YouTube like tools to cut all of the music out of that episode in order to get it monetized again. So I don't know what music would be copywritten or not. So I'll just stick with the music that's in the game. And it takes a long time to use YouTube's tools to do that. It took like days. Damn. I don't understand why they wouldn't give me the option to nationalize those buildings, especially in an independence war. It's an 80s Yugoslavian pop song. JB that, yeah. Johann Waltz in this war. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, how about that? When the war starts, we'll put this one on. Alright. We're getting to the end of it here. That's the link. Oh. Damn, I was kind of hoping... to get somebody else in. Okay, so we're about to go to war. There is nothing else we want to add in here. I don't want to add anything that's not on our land here. Yeah, very disappointed in Germany, right? I think that they're, like, rivals. Not at the moment. Nah, whatever. Alright, I don't think we're doing any other war goals here. Here we go. Countdown to war. Alright. It'll be, I was kind of hoping my arch enemies join me. I mean, why not? The enemy of my enemy is my friend, after all. So, it'll be very important. Here we go. Alright, we gotta fix our market while this war starts, but we can take our request. Now, let's take a look at what happened here. This is a war song indeed. Okay, so... Oh, that's right. So we need to get the wheat farms all hired up. Just do a lot of them. Let's see the food industries. We're just going to subsidize for now. Once we get people in the job, they'll stay there. Oof. So that stuff will be fixed with the other buildings. Alright. Stop exporting that stuff. The music really burns the map, literally. Alright. Yeah, so we lost a lot of people in these jobs because of conscripts. So I want to make sure the people now get hired into these jobs. Alright, so we'll do that. Alright. The first battle here. Alright, come on, come on. Ah, they're sending more troops over here, though, but... we got the first battle. And we got the second one. Do you think you'll be able to get Sorbia? That's what I'm... that is my goal for this series. I think we can still do it. I mean, we have a lot of time. If we get independence here, we might be able to do it. In fact, I might try to see... I don't know if this is cheating for that achievement or not. But after this war, try to ally ourselves with whoever doesn't like Germany. And when they get in a war, just ask for Saxony. Instead of trying to, like, fight our way all the way up to Saxony. I think we can do it. Oh yeah, there you go. Stick it to the Americans. Get off my plane. See, the music really fits the war theme. Yeah, I forgot which one this was. I thought it was going to be like one of the war ones, but I love it. It is a war of gentlemen. Alright, we're at 62% here. Ah, come on, come on. Come on. Oh. That one was moving. Alright, so these are going well. Let's take a look at our market, see if everything fixed itself up. Yeah, so we definitely need... we definitely have some food problems. I wonder if we can just buy some... from Austria. Ah, yes. Okay. Because this way, I'm assuming the British are going to sink all our convoys, so if we can get something over land, that would be nice. Of course, they don't like us. Well, the Ottomans certainly don't. What about Hungary? They like us. I still can't do a goods transfer, though. Okay, that's nice. Damn. I guess I can't do a goods transfer till the war is over. Ah, we are so close to taking Slavonia. We've taken Croatia. Ah, come on, come on. I think this battle might do it. We have done it. Okay, we're going to pause for a second. All right, the British are now off the land. They have to naval invade to get here. So, the National Guard, you stay in the Serbia HQ. The main army, you stay... Oh, sorry, this is all... Oh, nice, so we're in one HQ. Excellent, okay. Will it be invalidated if you switch to Yugoslavia? I think it will. That's the problem. I think you have to go for the Serbia achievement before you become Yugoslavia, because it says as Serbia you have to take Saxony. So I'm gonna try to go for that before trying to do the whole Yugoslavia thing. Now, do we want to send our I'm gonna keep these two here. Do we want to send the cavalry somewhere? Could they actually help? Actually, I'll tell you exactly what I'm gonna do. We're gonna invade Ulster. Oh, what happened here? Oh, man. Okay, we're gonna hold off on that. Ah, man, I can't believe I wasn't keeping track of that. Yeah, because you can invade Ulster, and you can go by land into the British mainland. That's what I did in our Transvaal run a while back. But I'm not going to send this fleet that has no organization. Okay, now why are we losing... What were the war goals they set against us? Oh, you know... I didn't think of it. They can hold all of these things. So they're holding Iran. So they're gonna lose 0.9. We're losing more. All right. Damn, damn, damn. They're supposed to have this. So they're focusing over there. Right, they're going to be able to hold that off, so that's fine. Where do we send the soldiers, though? We're losing war score more. Why? So casualties. No way, Poland. Oh, what happened? I was... Oh! We've got a Poland sighting. Wow. The land is completely devastated. Oh my lord. What a world this one has become. Alright, we're gonna have to hold another one of these. Where is this? Oh. Okay. Liberate French Senegal. Oop. We might be able to hold on to French Senegal. Oh my god, no, they have so many soldiers here. Their war support is not good, though. You know, problem is, you know, okay, what would be kind of good for us, to be honest, at this point, if France left the war, pretty much all of these war goals would be gone. Naval invade Britain. That's what I want to do. That's what I was going to do a moment ago. But I didn't realize we had lost our admiral, and so our organization was at 0. So I'm waiting for this to get back up to 100% organization. When they do, we're going to naval invade Ulster, because they don't have a lot of troops here. And then we can open up a front. And hopefully distract some of their troops. Yeah, see, the problem is they haven't suffered enough troop loss. You know, it might be worth trying to invade the US to get them out of it. Although, they outnumbered me. That probably is not good. No way I missed this because of a stupid meeting. Oh my... Well, it's still very early. Still very early. We've taken Croatia, though. Problem is, they are holding war goals on the French. We're not going to be able to finish this, though, this stream. So we're going to have to finish this in tonight's episode. But yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm at the time that I have for this afternoon. But here's our... For tonight, here's our goal. Here's our dilemma. We have our war goals. Problem is, they have some of theirs. But all the war goals they made are against France. If we get France out of this war, all those war goals are gone, and we still have Scandinavia on our side. In order to get us, they have to naval invade. And I think, despite their big advantage in numbers, the advantage is to us. So, I don't know. We hold all of our war goals, but we are not making them go down nearly as much as us. Although, I also feel like most of the casualties are from France. If France left the war, this number would go down too. So we'll see. We will see. But that is all the time I have for this afternoon, unfortunately. But we'll be continuing this again tonight. So we start up around 8:30. So in about two and a half hours. In about 6.5 hours from now. And so we'll be continuing this then. We'll finish out the war, hopefully with good news. we might be able to win independence in the next episode and have a lot of time to fix our country up. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Always fun. I hope to see everybody again this evening. I'm starting to think you utilize this cliffhanger wars for viewing retention. I'm on to you. I wish I was smart enough to plan things out like that. Because it does seem good, right? Why are you ticking? Oh, is it this? My chair does that, or maybe it was this pen. I was nervous. I was nervously clicking. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully, I'll see everyone tonight to see the end of this one. But yeah, as always, be awesome. I'll see you next time.